Heavy Snow is a romantic drama about two girls who meet at a performing arts high school. Soo-an is an acting student, and Sol is a celebrity who's been acting since a young age and decides to transfer to this school to take a break from show business. Upon meeting each other, the two form an instant connection, and as their friendship blossoms, deeper feelings are unearthed as you get a taste of their struggles and desires over the course of 4 chapters. Now, the premise here is fairly simple, but the main attraction that had me looking forward to this movie for quite some time is that it stars Han So-Hee, who is an actress I've heard a lot of good things about, but I'd never seen her perform as I very rarely watch the Korean TV shows, and this was her first role in a movie. That being said, it didn't take long to understand the praise she has received, as I found myself effortlessly immersed in her performance, as her character has this alluring essence that similarly grabs Soo-an's attention and initiates the start of their friendship and its development into a romantic relationship, which offers an almost infectious energy to their chemistry and dynamic that I thought was incredibly engaging to watch, with an equally good performance from Han Hae-In. So to start things off, you get a very strong first chapter that feels like it's building up to something substantial, with 2 great lead performances, glowy dreamlike visuals, and a fairly solid foundation for their relationship with an interesting idea of love, as you get the sense that they're both attracted to each other for what they themselves are not. For example, Soo-an looks up to Sol for her success and accomplishments as an actress, whereas Sol longs for the regular life and freedom that Soo-an has, which essentially closes off the first chapter with a conflict of interest and this idea of disillusionment between the two as their personal dreams and desires clash with the path to finding and accepting themselves and forming a romantic relationship. I was very interested to see where the direction would take these two characters and how their struggles and desires would be explored, especially under this spotlight of celebrity life. However, from chapter 2 onwards, this is where the amateurish experience from a first-time director becomes fairly evident. The great performances and cinematography no longer elevate the movie, as the writing and direction is unable to sufficiently match those qualities, and there's also a shift in direction and tone that quickly makes for a pretty empty movie. It now becomes focused on Soo-an as she's finding success as an actress and seems to have molded her image to be more like Sol. There are some interesting components here, but the movie lingers on drawn-out scenes that almost intentionally feel vacuous and elusive. And this is where the idea of disillusionment and detachment really takes center stage, along with the dreamlike visuals, to present scenes that may offer some difficulty to comprehend and really place in reality. So it's one of those movies that you need to think about and form your own opinion of what's actually happening to get the most out of it. Unfortunately, because of the general emptiness presented, the longer the movie played out, the less engaged and more uninterested I became. By the time the ending arrives, I just kind of felt like it was a huge waste of talent and potential, as I really liked the first chapter, and I thought the atmosphere, cinematography, and the performances from Han So-Hee and Han Hae-In were all great. But as a whole, it doesn't feel like a movie that really tries to make the most out of what it wants to say, or really expand on the ideas it introduces. It is somewhat interesting to fill in the gaps and think about, but even then, I didn't find it to be that worthwhile, as I don't think what it offers under the surface is all that substantial. It's by no means a terrible movie though, so I do feel like there is a small audience out there who will like this movie for what it is, and better appreciate its qualities and emptiness. But if you're interested in watching this mainly to see Han So-Hee in her first lead role in a movie, or you're more interested in the romantic angle, then you might be underwhelmed or disappointed with the direction the movie takes.